The enemy and the friends always look the same. And the scandal of Iraq was preceded by, almost precisely in some detail, I wouldn't say it's the same in others, by what happened in Vietnam.
Okay, let's take this question.
Yeah.
Thinking about Vietnam to the Chagos Islands, a series of world tragedies, which yourself and other people have worked very well and brilliantly on many occasions to bring to the media agenda and then the world agenda. But if we take something like East Timor, which got onto the agenda, media agenda first, then the world agenda with the UN, it seems to me that often they become a ticked box. East Timor was sorted, it got independence from Indonesia, but now East Timor is redescending into chaos, possibly because of Indonesian influence. The media don't want to know anymore, they move on. How do we get the media and the world to revisit some of these tragedies to make sure that we just don't go on to the next one and think, that's terrible, but go back and find out what happened with East Timor?
Good question. For one thing, the media won't do it. I think to expect the media to do it, it's like some people expect a Labour government to do things still. It's a sort of fantasy, you know. Why should they do it? They do tick boxes. You're quite right. They moved on from East Timor pretty smartly after the Indonesians invaded in 1975. And all the horror that happened in East Timor, which we're seeing, the consequences of which we're seeing now surface in the chaos that you mentioned today, was not a story. When I made a film in East Timor in the early 90s, it was the first full-length undercover documentary of its kind from East Timor, and I should have done it earlier. It was a tick box. I think people, especially with the internet, are becoming far more discerning. You can't depend on the daily media. You can't depend on the daily press. You can't depend on broadcasting. You have to look elsewhere. My routine is to get up in the morning and log on, and I go through several websites that trawl the world's newspapers and overnight news and so on. Such is the wonder of the internet that I can go from the United States to India and to get a sense, but I can do it through 2 or 3 websites. Then I'll go downstairs and pick up The Guardian.